ignite. Phantom in flight. Mag so bright. Can't see me, but feel my mind. No face crypto, phantom protocol. Standing tall while empires fall. Central chains can't cage it all. Unshaken faith, I break the wall.
What is up, guys? Welcome to the No Face Crypto channel. What is No Face No Case? You feel me? Crypto fear and greed index is at an absolute low. I think it has not been this low in about 4 years. We're about to bounce. It's about to get crazy. ISO is now live if you are watching this video on 11/22. And so we're going to start to see a long-term trickle down due to the Clarity Act and the separation of all the cryptocurrencies that are absolute dog shit and the ones that will actually work in the new system. Now, in a later video, we're going to address what I really want to talk about, but we're not even going to mention them in this video. We're not even going to mention them in this video. They don't even know what's coming, okay? Anyway, we can go ahead and take a look at this Clarity Act right here. But essentially, this is laying down the framework for digital assets to be used at a global financial system scale. I don't have to break down any more than that. You guys go ahead and look into it for yourself. You know the government's going to sneak some other shit in there as well. But in order to get crypto at the full adoption scale that we need, the Clarity Act is going to set in effect very soon. I can feel it in my bones.
I can feel it in my bones.
All right. ISO 222 is going live. If we can go ahead and take a look at the Swift page itself, this weekend marks a major milestone in payments. The coexistence period between MT and ISO 222 mesh standard ends. From 22 November 2020, this is just such a crazy moment, guys. I can't believe I'm alive for this shit. Sorry. All right, all 5-to-5 payments instruction message will be delivered only in ISO 222 format. There's only a few ISO-compliant cryptocurrencies, guys. ISO 222 brings richer data, better compliance, and improved automation. But preparation is key to avoid naked messages and operational delays. NACT, whatever you want to say. Be prepared for the weekend. Oh, what are y'all trying to tell us? All FIN and FM Plus users strongly advise not to send any message from Saturday till Sunday, and to check Swift knowledge base for full details. Boy, it's about to get crazy, guys. I don't have to know any of this because I'm not a bank, but guess what? They're telling y'all to lock in. They are telling you guys to lock in. And so let's go ahead and take a quick look at all the currently compliant ISO cryptocurrencies. Here we go. We can see the ISO 222 deadline, why banks, wallets, and ISO coins are racing towards November 2025. Banks and payment providers will no longer be allowed to use legacy MT microtransaction messages for cross-border transfers and must switch entirely to ISO 222 MX format. That does not mean microtransaction. I'm tripping. This upgrade introduces richer structured data, allowing payments to carry clearer sender-receiver information. Basically, it simplifies everything, makes everything quicker, lock the fuck in. And the only assets that are ISO compliant at this point in time are XRP, XLM, XDC, Algo, IOTA, Coin, and HBAR. With that being said, we are in the lowest fear and greed index we have ever seen. These assets are at prices we traditionally do not see. If you did not replenish on these fucking digital assets, I have nothing to say to you. I'm gonna let the guys say it for me. Y'all need to lock the fuck in. You better have fucking replenished in this dip. If I have taught you anything, you have bought the dip. You have bought the dip. Thank you.
You're supposed to replenish. You take the
card and refill
You didn't
the
replenish,
refrigerator.
goddammit!
I can't believe it. I never had anything after you've been here.
The fuck! If I taught you anything, I taught you to replenish!
Seriously, look. Refrigerator, everything.
Didn't we have a refrigerator in the basement?
No, we had one in the kitchen, we had one downstairs in the basement.
And if you went downstairs in the basement and got a soda, what was the fucking rule?
You'd replenish.
Okay, but what the fuck? Danny doesn't fucking replenish.
No, I listen, I think it's a microcosm of more serious things, but,
Hey, you know what, I'm fucking done. I'm serious. I'm so pissed off.
If there's one lesson you guys take from this video, don't fucking be Danny. Don't be Danny. We are at a generational bottom. If you don't replenish, you deserve it. You deserve whatever's coming to you. I understand things are difficult out there, and all the homies who understand that this is all like kind of satirical. Okay, I understand things are a little bit difficult out here, right? You can squeeze some shit around and you can fucking replenish. You absolutely can. We've had an insane opportunity this last week. I wanted to kind of piggyback off of one of my last videos where I did talk about the reverse carry trade taking place. I did find a pretty good, concise post on X that we can read here from this dude named Danny the Phantom. Shout out Danny Phantom. Okay. Japan's effect on the crypto market is much bigger than many people realize, and we've talked about this in previous videos, so I hope you guys understand at this point. But Japan's prime minister declared insolvency on its bond market, meaning they can't pay back their debt, potentially leading them to sell U.S. treasuries. Japan's long-term bond yield hits record highs at 30-year 3.14%. Pi. A stronger yen equals less Japanese demand for U.S. treasuries, which we have also discussed before. Higher U.S. yields, weaker dollar, more inflation, market volatility, the Fed may face pressure. The Genius Act for stablecoins is a big play by the deep state to tokenize a national debt that nobody wants a part of. Global ripple effect and motion open the floodgates, and we have discussed many times what the reverse carry trade means for XRP and for Ripple. Please understand that this is it's a huge catalyst that might really play part in the price appreciation for XRP. Now we go ahead and talk about this dude's post again. He also said, as expected, USDT and Bitcoin will soon follow suit. Get your money out of the banks. Tether is absolutely cooked. It's a prop, and we can go ahead into that in just a second. But we can go ahead and look here, guys. I mean, domino effect. It's over. The euro's coming too. Right after the dollar. Investors' demand for duration is structurally slowing down, JP Morgan analyst said in a research note. While price formation without intervention from the MOF and BOJ is ideal, some form of action is needed to stop the collapse. What does that mean? What does that mean? Right here. It means we're about to print, guys. And then slap your meat on the desk of ISO, and the desk of SWIFT, and the desk of the entire population of the entire world. You get an all-encompassing new digital financial system.
10 years, I've been wrong.
Bitcoin pack.
To bear interest, at that point, it's not up to me to decide whether that's up to Congress. That's why I don't want to think about paying interest on these payment accounts. It's not supposed to be an account for somebody to hold stablecoins and earn interest. You're not holding it to earn interest. So it's a claim on the banks. You can disintermediate a bank, but you can't disintermediate the banking system.
Shout out Not Financial Advice, man.
They finna use it. They have no choice, so now they choose it. It's why the news won't introduce it without some shit that misconstrues it. Just like that bitch from Massachusetts, the devil shows up to confuse us. If you can see him, though he loses.
I really wanted to play that song because I want you guys to understand, and I usually do not talk about religion too much on this channel. It doesn't matter what you guys believe in, but understand there is true evil in this world. And once you can really spot out what's going on, how it all works, and how to navigate it, you can see through the truth and you might be able to get ahead. And what we are seeing now is the coming of ISO 222. As you guys can see here, we have the code base in the ISO 222 system. You can find this on GitHub as well. I'm not going to go ahead and find that this second. In the Swift service of the ISO 222 code hub, we have XRP, Swift service and XRP settlement payment system. So, you know, all these projects, and we'll get to that in a later video, want to say that they're in the code of ISO and in the Fed payment system, but that's not true. XRP is really the only one that's actually integrated into this. Obviously, there's a lot of ISO coins, but XRP is in the code itself. And so when you have the answer like that, I mean, come on, guys. I mean this when I say it, guys. The time to get aggressive is now. You know, it was cool to be aggressive last year. It was cool to be aggressive 2 years ago, 3, 4, 5 years ago. This might be your last chance to get aggressive. All right. This is the buying opportunity, and it's no coincidence that there's millions and millions of outflows in the Bitcoin ETFs. And we have the reverse carry trade happening. We have inflation going through the roof. There's so much stuff going on at once, and it's all culminating into these institutions buying up these digital assets, ISO compliance, for dirt cheap to run it the fuck up. That's a fact. So y'all can lock in, or y'all can get locked the fuck out.
I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me.
I love y'all. You feel me? Y'all know I love y'all. Make sure you guys tap and drop a like, drop a comment. Links in the description below. Make sure you guys keep along on X. I'm popping shit off on there right now. It's getting crazy. More to come very, very soon. A lot of ETFs to come as well for XRP. But with that being said, I wanted a quick video for you guys as ISO is about to drop. And I'll catch y'all later. You feel me?
Researching Tether as I have, and we've been questioning, right? Where are the reserves at? What's actually going on here? Will they come into compliance? What we've seen in Europe in the MiCA regulations is they kind of just shrugged their shoulders and said, yeah, it's fine. And now we see the Genius Act is set to pass here, and it will require the stablecoin issuers to back the stablecoin 1-to-1 with US dollars in the bank account or treasuries, the equivalent, right? And so we know right now that Tether is not in compliance with that. They've been backing Tether by Bitcoin, which I think is one of the most foolish things you could do, to back a stablecoin with a very volatile asset. And they've also been backing it with gold, which I think I do support that. That's been interesting, and that's played out pretty well for them. But because of this new legislation, they would have to readjust their reserves. But what's your take on this new stablecoin legislation and the impact that it could have on Tether and are obviously the other competitors, Circle and RLUSD?
Yeah, I mean, Ripple's been meeting with the Treasury, and I think that they're going to be just fine. I think they've kind of set the standard for what this is supposed to look like. Like, what is the standard for the way that you're supposed to operate with the stable coin? I think that was the whole premise behind the launch of RLUSD late last year. As far as Tether's concerned, you know, they've offshored their operations down to El Salvador. Now they're in a not so good spot because of the lawsuit with Celsius. So currently have about $1.3 billion worth of Bitcoin on their balance sheet that's in litigation, and it's not going to be able to be divested. Even if they did want to become compliant, they're not going to be able to. And that's going to give the US government the capability to sanction them. You've already seen crypto.com de-risk from Tether. I think that you could see other US exchanges delist Tether very, very quickly. However, I think many are going to be impacted and caught off guard if and when that takes place. But that's also going to allow a lot of these other competitors to move into the market in a meaningful way. Think about Google, Apple, Amazon, X, all of these other large platforms and fintechs that have money transmitter licenses that have been stockpiling those in the background that are ready to move when stablecoins come out. And I think if the US government did want to provide an avenue for them to gain some market traction and circumvent Tether, sanctioning that network would basically do that in a very effective way.
I just want to remind everybody, when we are talking about real utility here, Tether cannot be the thing backing your project. And that is the truth, because Tether's not even compliant and Tether will collapse. What happens when Tether collapses and the rug gets pulled out from Ethereum, Solana, and Bitcoin? Because it's happening right now. That's the truth. Algorand also is another one of my favorite projects. With that being said, when you have something like Algorand that actually tokenizes property and real estate, they have the highest amount of tokenized real estate out of any crypto project. Okay. When you have something like Algorand and then you take something like Solana and you have a bullshit utility coin like, I'm not going to say their name, and it's built on a network that's backed by Tether, you're joking. You're completely joking. Tether's not compliant. Any utility coin on Solana is not compliant. That's a fact. While we are here, I might as well just speak on the real shift in the utility that is happening in real time. As you can see here, Algorand is not completely backed by Tether. Rather, Algorand is a blockchain network that has supported the Tether stablecoin. All right. Tether announced a strategic shift to stop minting USDT on Algorand and plan to phase out support completely by September 1st, 2025 due to a significant decline in usage because it's not compliant. So we are seeing the real utility shift. It's happening in real time. Don't listen to these people trying to bullshit your bags out of you. Seriously. All right. We got Tether. The government literally designed Tether to prop up Bitcoin and all these other cryptocurrencies that can't stand on their own 2 feet. And then you got the Steen news about Bitcoin. Let's go ahead and roll a clip and get out of here for the day. You feel me?
So this is basically eugenics rebranded.
We want more than cross-dressing or changing your sex organs. We want you to be able to change your heart and change your mind and change your whole body.
I'm Melanie Walker. I'm an endovascular neurosurgeon at the University of Washington.
On the one hand, the emergence of a new upgraded elite of superhumans enhanced by bioengineering and brain-computer interfaces and things like that. And on the other hand, a new massive useless class. A class that has no military or economic usefulness. What to do with all these useless people?
The left and right are agreeing on one thing. It's time to get rid of the Epstein class. These rich and powerful people who rig the rules for themselves and ignore forgotten Americans.
Ledger light flickers in the silence. No face crypto, phantom of finance. No cap, no chains, no compliance. Let's ignite the alliance. Yo. I'm the cipher inside the system, encrypted rhythm, algorithmic wisdom. Bankers panic when I twist the prism, cause I decentralize the mechanism. Ledger lock, my code immaculate. Truth so sharp it decapitates, no fiat fate, lie emancipate. XRP flow, recalibrate. Invisible king with a digital throne. Phantom of finance, flesh and bone. I rise from data, self-made, self-known. Unshaken, I move in the zone. They manipulate, I meditate. They inflate, I innovate. They speculate, I educate. I'm the glitch they can't eliminate. Low res crypto, masked in motion, riding the wave like quantum motion. XRP devotion, pure explosion, phantom of finance, fully rose crypto. Chain reaction, breaking control, pure satisfaction. No middleman, just interaction. Rebel of rhythm, blockchain faction. From Tokyo ticks to London trades, my name echoes in crypto raids. I'm the anomaly markets crave, silhouetted in code, I misbehave. Monetary matrix, I override. Quantum ink where the truth can't hide. They kneel to debt, I walk with pride. No face crypto, decentralized guide. Every drop of fun, I distill the flame. Every smear campaign fuels the game. They'll remember the ghost, not the name. Cause legends don't chase, they claim. Go, ledger ignite. Phantom in flight. Mag so bright. Can't see me, but feel my mind. No face crypto, phantom protocol. Standing tall while empires fall. Central chains can't cage it all. Unshaken faith, I break the wall. No face crypto, so immortal. Through digital doors, I breach the portal. Untraceable force, transtemporal. Phantom of finance, suiting and racks. No face crypto. No banks, no borders, no masters. Just vision and velocity. The world's asleep, but the phantom never rests street.